So good afternoon, guys. A beautiful afternoon to all of you. I'm very excited to be here with you this afternoon, guys. Believe me, I am quite excited, guys, about just to be here with you this afternoon is amazing. I'm very happy. Please let me know where you're watching us from. Give me some feedback if my sound is okay. Just to check out the sound. Can you hear me? And how are you? Welcome to this amazing session this afternoon. We talk about how to select a suitable business strategy. All right. So, guys, I'm asking if you may kindly give me feedback. Let me know whether my sound is clear. Let me know if you can hear me. That would be pretty fantastic. Right. I'd like to know if you guys can actually hear me. All right, give me some feedback, guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, fantastic. Honest Stuff says, finally, have caught you live. Always miss. I'm in Denmark, Cabo Central Province. Fantastic. I'm very happy to see that you are here live. Honest Stuff, thank you very much, Honesty. I'm very happy to be able to see you. I see your comments. I must tell you that I see your name, and I'm very grateful for your participation. Fantastic. So Taiza says loud and clear. So guys, how are you? Where are you watching me from? Dennis is from Cabo Central Province. Taiza tells me I'm loud and clear. Anybody else, guys, just confirm with me how my sound is. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, this is going to be one of those, perspective changing sessions. Please take notes. All right. And give me some comment if you can hear me loud and clear, and tell me if possible where you're watching me from. Please, guys, help me so that we may be able to get into today's business. Right. Anybody else, tell me if I'm loud and clear. And if you can hear me clearly, if possible, tell me where you're watching us from. I've just seen Honest Stuff. Honest there says is in Cabo. All right. Taizia says loud and clear. So, guys, I come to you this afternoon with a message about business. All right. Please give me in the comment. I would be very grateful if you can just type that message if I'm loud and clear. I'll be very grateful. So let's get into it, guys. We have this important discussion this afternoon. How to select a suitable business strategy. All right. So I did write how to select a suitable strategy, but let me just add here and say how to select a suitable business, of course, strategy. Partly because here what we are dealing with is a suitable, workable business strategy. All right. So I'm just going to go and do something like that so that I can just add that one there. It's fantastic. So, guys, I have a model by Johnson and Scores. It's called the SFA model. We use this model at the master's degree level. This is where we lecture this model to managers, directors, on how to select strategies. So I'm going to try and bring this model into layman's language for all of us to be able to understand the value and the importance of having such kind of beautiful model in front of us. So, guys, please give me some comments. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll be very much happy if you can share your location. I want to know our audience. Oh, the young entrepreneur says loud and clear. Thank you so very much, young entrepreneur. I see your comments, and I'm very happy to see that you are here with us this afternoon. Thank you very much. All right, Mundia says you are clear and loud. Mundia, fantastic. Very happy to see you. So, guys, let's continue and talk about this. Now, there are times where, you probably want your business to grow. You want your business to reach greater heights, right? You want your business to be among those businesses that are performing very well in the system, in the industry. But again, for your business to grow, it requires a certain kind of strategy, all right? And I bring to you this model here, the SFA model. The SFA model simply means the S represents suitable, the A represents acceptable, the F represents feasible. So the SFA model is these three things here: suitable, acceptable, and feasible. So we call it the SFA model. It's a model we use to come up with suitable strategy for our business. Now, this is important whether you are an SME, whether you're a big corporation, or whether just somebody just getting started in your business journey. Rule number one of business, guys, rule number one of investment is that don't lose money. And then rule number two is that you have to remember rule number one. Now, this model helps you to just apply those things. So the first things first, let's say you have strategies in front of you, all right? You can grow either by acquisition, you can grow either by partnering with somebody, you can grow either by, doing a merger. So there are different kinds of strategies that a business can use if they want to grow. You can partner with somebody, you can do it on your own, all right? You can acquire a small company, or you can simply collaborate with others. All those are strategies, all right? But how do you know if the strategy you want to choose is suitable? The first thing that you want to do as a business person that does not want to lose money, because money is so painful to find. You just don't want to lose it. You want it to grow. That's the whole idea of being a business person. The first thing to consider is the suitability of the strategy you want to use to grow your business. Remember, there are three things we must consider every business person to grow: suitability of the strategy, acceptability, and feasibility. So on the suitability, we do what is called a SWOT analysis. Now, let me explain a bit here. I'm not going to go into the details as I do when I'm lecturing the master's degree level students, but I'm just going to keep it simple. The first S on this model, the S represents strength. So a strategy is said to be suitable if it is one that's going to use your strength, right? For example, I'm an accountant, all right? If I'm going to choose a strategy, I want a strategy that's going to amplify my strength, that's going to help me apply my strength. I don't want to choose a strategy which I can't use my strength on. So why they say, do what you are passionate about. But because when you are passionate about something, the chances are that you may also be good at that particular thing because you love it so much. So don't choose a strategy which you don't have the capacity to implement. Choose the one that makes you use your strength. All right. What are you good at? That could be a strength. For example, if it's in a business, you can say, find what is our strength as a business. Maybe your strength is customer service. All right. Maybe your strength is the test. Maybe your strength is in the brand that you're currently using. So you have to know as the business person from you. You must understand why people buy from you. The reason why people buy from you is a very good example of a strength that you have as a business person. So when you are choosing a strategy, you want a strategy that amplifies your strength, that uses your strength, something you are good at. A strength could be maybe an experienced employee. It could be an experienced chef. A strength could be a very much strategic location. A strength could be the quality of the raw materials or the inventories of the thing that you provide. So a strength is anything that makes people to want to come and buy from you. All right. So you have to understand the strength. Why do people leave saloons in Makeni and they come all the way to a salon in Kabwata? Why? You must have a strength. A strength is why people come to you and buy from you. So choose a strategy that uses that particular strength, that you can build on your already existing strength. Don't start from the scratch. It will be twice as hard for you to make it. So that's how it works. So choose a strategy that's going to build on your strength. For example, I'm a lecturer myself, all right? So if I venture into, I go to speak at events, I do family finance with couples, I do personal finance coaching. I don't have to strength because teaching is my strength already. So sitting down with someone and advise them financially is not a difficult thing for me to do because I do that every day. So financial advisory is my strength, right? So if I'm going to choose a strategy, I'm going to go with somebody that amplifies my strength. Number two, choose a strategy that overcomes a weakness. So there are only two ways. It's either you choose a strategy that's going to maximize your strength or a strategy that's going to reduce all your weakness. You have to understand yourself as a business person. What is your weakness? Maybe your weakness is that maybe you overgive things. You have a very quick reaction to changing economic environments. You quickly give discounts, all right? You quickly maybe you don't know how to handle disputes with customers. So how do you come up with a strategy that overcomes a weakness? So coming up with a strategy that overcomes weakness gives it an advantage because you're going to reduce on the weakness, which means other people are going to want to come and do business with you because that weakness is no more, it's being reduced. So don't just pick a strategy. You have to be very strategic when you're choosing a business space. Choose one that's going to build on your strength. Number two, choose one that overcomes your weakness. So these two here, the one for strength and the one for weakness, is the one that we call an internal strategy. Because the strengths are found within the business. Weaknesses may be within the business. You could be your own strength or you could be your own weakness. So you have to know yourself as a business person. What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? So that when you're coming up with a strategy, you consider these two things. Because if you come up with a strategy that is going to amplify your weakness, you will not succeed. So you really have got to know what you're good at. You really have got to know what you're not good at. So that when you're choosing a strategy, it is one that is either reducing your weakness or building on your strength. That puts you at the chance of being able to succeed. Because guys, you've put in money. You don't want to lose money. All right? So know your weaknesses. This is important. But again, apart from internal strategies, you can consider what is called external strategies. Now, these ones, this is number 3. If you are going to choose a strategy, for a strategy to be said to be suitable, it must be one that utilizes opportunities. Let me give you a practical example here. Let's say you want to grow your business, okay? And now you need extra capital. You don't have capital. So what do you do? What strategy can you use? You can either partner with somebody to pump in money so that you can share the profits, or you can either get a loan. All right? That's a strategy for you to grow. Now, here is how somebody who understands a suitable strategy, what they're going to do. You're going to ask yourself a question. Is me getting a loan suitable for me to grow? The answer could be yes, but also it could be no. It could be yes in that if there's an eminent opportunity in the market right now, and if you delay, a competitor is going to move in and supply or take that opportunity away from you. All right? Then in that instance, you partnering with somebody or getting a loan becomes a suitable strategy because it is specifically going to utilize a specific opportunity. All right? So that's how you know, okay, at this point, it is suitable for me to borrow money because now you've seen an opportunity in the environment and that opportunity will not wait for you. If you delay, someone else is going to take it up. So what do? You get the funds from a financial institution, it could be a bank or anything like that, and then you go and target that specific opportunity. So you've chosen a strategy that is going to utilize on an opportunity externally. That's how you grow as a business person. So when you are selecting a strategy becomes suitable if and only if it is going to utilize an opportunity externally. If the loan does not utilize an opportunity, you want to use it to start your business, that's a very wrong strategy. It's not suitable because there's no eminent opportunity. There's no eminent demand for you to get those funds and use them to scale up your business. So what's going to push you to get that loan? All right, it's because you've seen an opportunity and you've seen the demand. Then you go and get that loan because now this becomes a suitable strategy. It is utilizing something that's benefiting you. But at the same time, if you just get a loan because it's available, that's not a suitable strategy. It's a bad one. Number 4, strategy is said to be suitable if it avoids threats externally. All right? I'm going to give you an example. Not too long ago, my younger brother and I had thousands and thousands of face masks. All right? We had face masks. We had over 500,000 boxes of face masks. And we sold some. All right? But what did we do? In order for us to grow, we saw a threat. We saw that the COVID-19 cases were reducing. All right? So what did we do? Did we continue buying face masks from China? No, we quit buying face masks from China because we saw a threat. You know what? Now, COVID-19 stabilizing, there's war coming up in Russia and Ukraine. These are going to affect the face mask business. So if you're going to choose a strategy, choose one that avoids the threats. All right? And again, I could use a loan here. All right? You know, a loan is a threat to your business. If you're just starting your business and then you go and get a loan, that's a huge threat on your business, because a loan uses collateral. All right. If you don't pay it back, you may end up losing that particular business to other people. But again, if you get a loan, you become a slave to someone else. It's a threat to your growth. Every time you think about getting a loan, you have to understand you are selling your future to someone else. And you are paying two types of interests. You are paying the bank, and you are paying the one who saved that money in the bank. That's not a very good thing to do. So a strategy is suitable only and only if it does these four things. Number one, uses your strength. Number two, overcomes your weakness. Number three, utilizes an opportunity. Number four, avoids threats. So it's going to look at the external environment. What are the threats in the environment? What is it that can have an impact on our finances and on our business? Then you avoid that particular thing. That's what we refer to as a suitable strategy. That is number one. Then after you know the strategy is suitable, guys, how then do you know if this strategy is acceptable? Because for a strategy to be a good one, it must be suitable, acceptable, and feasible. So now, let's say this strategy is suitable, all right? So now, how do you know if it is an acceptable one? Yes, something may be suitable, but not acceptable. And I'm sure, guys, you've heard of comments from people say, you know, what you did was not so bad, only that you did it at the wrong time. So it is possible for you to do a good thing at the wrong time. All right. So now, as a business person, you must understand at what point am I going to implement this strategy? All right. When I was starting my business, I saw an opportunity. I saw COVID-19 coming. What did I do? I quickly implemented and imported a machine from China, which came in just a week before we went on lockdown. It worked very well for me. So you have to know at what point are you going to use this strategy which is suitable. So how do you know if it is acceptable? Now, you only know if a strategy is acceptable by looking at its effects on your wealth. Guys, when you're a business person, the primary reason why you're in business is to make money. You're not in the business of losing money. You want wealth. You want your wealth to grow. You want to grow your portfolios. So any strategy that is suitable should have a positive impact on your wealth. So you have to do what is called cost-benefit analysis. What are the costs associated with this particular strategy? And then what are the benefits associated with this particular strategy? Let me give you an example again. Remember here, we said, let's say you have an opportunity, all right, to supply something, or you have an opportunity to grow, but don't have the capital. Then what do? You have two options. You can either partner with someone or you can get a loan. Now, let's do a cost-benefit analysis of these two strategies. Both of them are suitable. You can partner with somebody or you can get a loan, all right? Because there's an opportunity in the environment. But how about the cost? So you're going to look at the cost. What is the cost of borrowing? All right, look at the interest rates you're going to pay on this particular loan. So consider the interest rate, consider the insurance on this particular loan, and the frequency of your payment on this particular loan. All right, once you do that, then consider what are the benefits that are going to come from this opportunity that you want to use this loan on. So now you look at how much money are you going to derive from this particular opportunity. Will this money be able to service the loan? Will this profit be able to also pay your workers? Will it be able to grow your wealth? All right? So you want to look at the costs versus the benefit. If the cost outweighs the benefit, then it becomes an unacceptable strategy. It may be a suitable one, yes, but it's not just acceptable because the costs are more than the benefits. All right? So when you are getting a loan, or when you want to partner with somebody else, you want to ask yourself, how much am I willing to lose to give this other person? If it's a loan, will this business I'm going to put money into this opportunity, is it going to pay back the loan interest and service the loan without me having to use my personal money? Will it leave me with some money to grow my wealth? If the answer is yes, then that's an acceptable strategy because it's going to help your wealth to go up, your wealth to grow. If the answer is no, then you know what? No. It's not a good thing. So consider costs and the benefits. An acceptable strategy is one that has more benefits than costs. This is why a lot of people, guys, are very much shocked when they apply for a loan. I've read, I deal with clients, could be civil servants, those in private sector, retail. You know what? I applied for 50,000, but I was given 38, or I was given 42. Why? Because they did not understand the other associated costs of that particular loan. So they wanted a 50, but they get something less. So before you even get that particular debt, is this strategy suitable? Consider the cost versus the benefit, right? But also look at the effect of that particular strategy on your gearing. Gearing simply means the levels of debt that you have as a business. Will it increase the levels of debt to unacceptable levels or not? These are the two important aspects of every strategy for every businessman who wants to scale up. Consider the suitability by analyzing these four things here, the SWOT analysis. Consider the acceptability by looking at the effects of that particular strategy on your wealth. And then finally, you as a business person, you've got to come to now look at the feasibility of the particular strategy. What does this mean? When we say, is a strategy feasible, right? We are in effect asking a question, can we afford to do this? So as a business person, the last thing you want to do is to overtrade. You don't want to do too many things with too little capital resources because you're going to lose money. And rule number one of business is don't lose money. Rule number two, remember rule number one. That's how it works. So now, how do you know if you can afford this particular strategy? So look at your internal environment. Look at your machineries. Do you have enough sufficient capacity to undertake this contract? Do you have the machineries that have the sufficient capacity to undertake this project? Or look at yourself. Do you have the skills required for you to undertake this project? You know, I was contracted some few months ago by some people to go and do certain activity for them. And I looked at my skills and I looked at myself and I was honest with them. I said, you know what? Thank you very much for picking me, for contacting me and giving me this opportunity. But apparently, I don't have the required skills to undertake this particular project because it was beyond my skills. All right. And I did not want to start outsourcing other people and do a bad job in the end. No. So I turned down the opportunity to work with this particular company. All right. So it's important also, don't just take business because it comes. Before you accept this strategy, ask yourself, do I have the sufficient skills to make sure this strategy works? All right. Do you have the skills? Number two, look at the money. If you choose maybe to grow by acquisition, by maybe acquiring a different company, or you choose to grow by, you want to build your own warehouse or you want to build your own system, do you have the money? How much money is needed for you to build this new system? How much money is needed for you to acquire this particular company? Or to do this line of use this line of technology? These are important questions to answer. Don't lie to yourself. So consider the machinery. Do you have the capacity? Do you have the machinery? Skills. Do you have the skills required? Money. How much is needed? And what will be the cash flows from this particular strategy? All right. Compare the benefits versus the costs. But again, look at the manpower. Do you have the required manpower for this particular strategy you're going to choose? This particular job you want to undertake? Right? Consider the amount and the skills of employees needed. What kind of employees do you need? Do you need experts? If yes, how much are you going to be able to pay them? You have to understand in all angles before you choose the strategy. Understand suitability, acceptability, and feasibility. And then on feasibility, ask yourself the markets. Is our current brand strong enough to undertake this particular strategy? Or do we require involvement of different brands, or do we need to have a new brand, right? So you have to understand, also ask yourself, what share is critical? You need to understand all these things before you choose a suitable strategy. That's extremely important, guys. It's extremely important. Next, on feasibility, you want to ask yourself this other question here, all right? Materials. What is the quality of materials required for this particular strategy? Do you have a supplier already available, or do you need a new supplier? Because the suppliers also may affect your business. Some suppliers are very far. They're in the US, in the UK, out of Africa. Some suppliers are locally, but they have poor quality. Some of them have good quality. So you have to understand what is the required quality and the type of supplier needed before you take up this particular engagement. Can you afford it? If it's the makeup, what's the makeup? Does my company structure need to change? Do you need to change somehow if you undertake this strategy? If the answer is yes, what will be the impact of the change on your finances? Right? So you need to understand all these things before you choose a strategy. These are some of the 3 things that every serious business person will need to consider before engaging in a strategy. So going forward, guys, as you begin to decide on how you're going to grow as a business, don't be in a hurry. Be realistic. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Is this strategy I want to use suitable? Is it acceptable? Is it feasible? By suitable, you're looking at, does it build on my strength? How does it reduce my weakness? How does it utilize the opportunities in the economic environment? How does it avoid the threats? On acceptable, you're asking yourself, what is the effect of this strategy on my wealth? Which one is bigger between the costs and the benefits? And will it increase the levels of my gearing? And then on feasibility, you ask yourself a question, can I afford this particular strategy? Right? Do I have the capacity? How about the markets? Is my brand strong enough to pull this one off? You need to understand all these things before you select a suitable strategy. Otherwise, you are going to lose money. You don't want to lose money. All right, guys, I have Dr. Mjajati. Yes. Thank you very much, Doc. It's good to have you here. Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much, Doc. I'm very happy to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. That has made my day. Thank you very much. So guys, these are some of the few tips that I thought I could come to you this afternoon and share with you on what you can do in order for you to be able to select a suitable and of course a meaningful strategy. I would be happy to pick a few questions. If there's any question, I'll be grateful to pick a few questions. If there is any question, please let me know and I'll be happy to respond. Okay. If you have any question, I have a few minutes before I go. Remember, our lunch breaks are strictly, we don't go beyond 14 hours. We quit at 14 hours. So guys, any questions, any contributions? What's your takeaway? I'll be happy to respond. If there's any question. All right. So I'm now looking at the comments in the comment section to see if there's any comment. I'll be happy to see if there's any comment. Yes, so we have a comment. How do you grow organically? Okay, how do you grow organically? Like I said, you have 2 options. You can grow organically, but you have to understand organic growth takes time. All right, but the good part about that gives you the opportunity to learn a lot of things on your own, which sometimes can be twice as hard for you to grow organically. Organically means you do everything yourself. You don't partner with others. You don't acquire new businesses. But if you have the capacity to acquire other new businesses, it makes a lot of things easier. For example, look at it this way. You want to go and do a business in Congo. All right? Now, for you to be able to do business in Congo, you need to go and register your company in Congo. You need to do a lot of process in Congo. But if there's a company in Congo already that is established, why don't you partner with them? It cuts down the process. All right? It cuts down the process. So organic growth, while it is a good thing, at the same time, it may take a lot of time for you to grow. So be able to partner with others. Be willing to partner with others and share the profits. That's how you grow. You don't grow by doing everything alone. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. We have Taiza. Thank you very much. Dr. Mjajati. Thank you so very much. I'm very excited to see you here. I'm very happy. Mundia, it's always nice to see you. The young Entrepreneur, thank you very much. Tahiza, thank you. I'm happy to see you guys. Thank you for joining me. And of course, we have the honest staff. Thank you very much for being here. So guys, I have a fantastic lunch. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic lunch. And I'm very grateful. I'm very happy, guys, to see Dr. Mjajati on my live. This is an achievement for me, all right? It's an achievement, guys, okay? I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Thank you very much, Doc, for making my day. I think I'm going to have a fantastic lunch now, all right? All right, guys, have a fantastic day. And, bye-bye.